Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. As promised, in today's video I have a declutter and reorganize of my son's bedroom closet. Lots to get done in there today. I'm also going to be tackling his bookshelf. So there's a lot of books on there that we had when he was an infant, early toddler stages. Not getting rid of them. Some of them I might donate, but for the most part I'm going to kind of store them away. We have a few bins downstairs. A really large one I got off of Amazon so I can store some things away. But we're gonna get this working for not only myself and my husband, so we can kind of help my son out for storage, but also for him since he's accessing his closet. So if you're like me and you're decluttering, you're reorganizing a space to make it work for you for the month of January in the spirit of the new year, then you're in the right place. Let's go ahead and do it together. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the closet so you guys know more or less what it looked like beforehand. There's a lot of empty hangers and things like that. Let's back this up a little bit. I have some storage up there, just kind of things all over the place. I still have the rest of his bed because it was supposed to be a 3-in-1. Long story, but you know, we were able to get a 2-in-1 out of it, but that's okay. Things on the floor on this side that just kind of need to be better organized. So that's that side of the closet, and then the side of the closet that we access almost daily because we like to rotate his outfits. This is where a lot of the decluttering is going to come in. It probably looks like a lot of clothes on camera, even though it's probably really not, to be quite frank with you. A lot of this has been from the last year, and again, because of the sizing with toddlers, a 3T that would normally fit him might be running small because of who, you know, produced it, like Old Navy, Carter's versus Target, all that good stuff, all the different brands and stuff like that. So he's basically into 4T now. So we're going to go ahead and declutter this section, but first we're going to empty everything out of the closet so I can give it a quick clean, and then we will start the reorganizing and decluttering journey. So how was everybody's week? Anybody else excited that it's Friday? I always say when I'm back at work, the short weeks sometimes are honest to God the longest, but I was kind of expecting it from a school nursing point of view. But let me know how your week's been so far for the start of 2024. As you guys can see, I was focusing on emptying out the closet. I did my best to get everything out of there. Moving that bed frame was kind of heavy, not gonna lie, but it's such a good feeling to see everything empty. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that way, but I feel like when I'm starting a project, I really need a blank slate, and usually emptying, taking everything out is the best way I'm going to be able to kind of map things out and see what I'm going to do. But let me know if you're personally focusing on any projects this week. Is anybody else decluttering? Anything like that? Let me know down below. So after kind of going in with the duster, I went in with some Mrs. Meyer's on a microfiber cloth, and I'm just washing everything down, or wiping it, I should say. And there's still a fair amount of dust that kind of settles in on those metal brackets. I feel like I'm going to have to reinforce that middle one there, but it's still holding. So once that was done, I went through and did the baseboards as well. These weren't super dusty, but it's something, if I'm going to clean the closet, I might as well kind of get those areas that are neglected. And from there, I just ended up vacuuming it. Like I said, I have to tidy and clean everything everything before I start sorting the clothes and things of that nature. That's just kind of how I, operate. But let me know down below what you like to do first when you're decluttering or reorganizing a space. So I kind of just dumped a lot of stuff on his bed, and there's a lot of clothes that you'll see me folding. Some of those are 3T, some of those are 4T, and again, it depends on the fit. And some of these I know just won't fit him next year. They're already 1.5 years, 2 years old, and he's growing pretty quickly, growing tall, growing bigger. He's eating better now, thank God. So I know these items are not going to fit next year. So for me, the items you see me tossing to the side where that Santa one just went, those are all going to be part of a donation pile, and then everything I'm sticking on a hanger is going to go back in his closet. And what I ended up doing after is sorting everything that he has from 3T, 4T to 5 and beyond that. That's just kind of how my mind works and my husband. And this way, in the end, you'll see once the closet's organized, I have everything that's fall and winter appropriate in the front with spring and summer in the back. But we'll see kind of how that goes. That's just how we decide to sort it. So thus far, this is everything that I am giving away. This is a mix of long sleeve 3T, one that's 4T, but it just fits a lot smaller on him and it's snug. So again, it depends on the brand, depends on the fit for each child, right? And then shorts that were already too tight on him over the summer. Don't know why I kept it. But all of this stuff is going to go in the donation pile. All in all, not too bad. And what I ended up doing on the bed, even though it looks like a hot mess right now, that pile that I'm pointing at, with the stripes and stuff like that, all the long sleeves, I'll be able to kind of put back in and put to one side. And then I'm gonna put the short sleeves and stuff behind it. To me, it just makes the most sense because right now we are in winter, so we'll be reaching for the long sleeves and those outfits first, and then I can go ahead and grab the short sleeves and just kind of trade them out once spring and summer get here. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the other room so I can put for my donation pile, and I'm gonna move on very shortly to the next big pile of clothes here to go through, and then we will move on to all his little toys and trinkets. So let's go. So So the next pile of things were all the jackets and hoodies. Most of this I want to say still fits him pretty well. So I was just again kind of dividing it up as to what's going to be donated and what needs to be better organized on that side of the closet. When you're looking at my closet, the right side, not my closet, my son's, but the right side of the closet, I basically just designated to, you know, some of his winter stuff, jackets, hoodies. I used to have the summer like bathing suits and stuff on that side, and then everything to the left side of the closet was his actual shirts, pants, outfits, things of that nature. That's how I decided to divide up his closet. If you have a little one, how do you guys divide up their closets? Do you have everything in hangers? Do you guys just use the dresser and use the closet for storage for toys? I know a lot of people are doing that. He has an excess of clothes, which we are very blessed and thankful for, so we use both the dresser and the closet at this point. Okay, so now for the fun part that I put everything back in the closet, and you guys will see that in just a minute, of everything that I just decluttered from his already, like all of his clothes already. What I didn't do as of yet, I have clothes that we received for Christmas that have been washed and just kind of laying to the side. Those now have to get merged in for everything that he received. But other than that, the clothing will be pretty much done, and I'm excited. I'll give you guys a quick glance of what it looks like when it's all organized, and then I can start on all his other items. Just when you feel like a project is almost done, you always find new clothes. Some of these items were hiding in the guest bedroom as well as our bedroom, things that had been washed, folded, and I didn't get a chance to put away. So I'm thankful for my husband. He did bring those over for me so I could get those hung up as well. You know, just typical mom life. Just when you think something's done, it never truly is. Because even after everything was filmed, everything is said and done, I found some more clothes that were in the wash that got hung up, but still keeping everything as organized as I can. I was really happy to get everything hung up in his closet. It looks really good, and I just love how light it is, and that everything in there I know he's going to use and that he fits in. Even better for me as a mom. So I'm doing this in phases, but as you guys can see, I have a ton of hangers. I probably have about 65 or 70 more larger ones that I have in a plastic bag in the guest bedroom. I'm saving those from when his outfits start to outgrow the smaller hangers, but for now these are all going in the recycle. Like I said, I have plenty of hangers to last me, so might as well declutter these. I don't know if anybody else feels the same about that. And then I have these really small hangers that don't really fit his clothes right now, 3T, 4T. They look like they're a good size, but they fit all of his like infant up to 2T and some small 3T. Everything else is kind of falling off of it because it's too large now. So I'm going to save these downstairs because you just never know for the future, right? So I'll put this in one of his bins. So these I'll save because again, they're good quality, and if for whatever reason in the next couple of years I really don't need them, I'll just donate them, not a big deal. And as for this is all going into the recycle. Alright, so last thing I'm going to end up doing for tonight that I can put on camera, because I'm going to go wash my son. I have this bin left over from Christmas. It used to hold Christmas supplies and things of that nature. At this point it's empty because we got the big gallon bins. So it still says Sarah's Christmas or Sarah's room, Sarah's bedroom for Christmas, because it was from when I lived at my old home with my parents. So basically what I'm going to use this for this time around, I'm actually going to put my son's comforter as well as some extra bed sheets and stuff in here for him, just because right now it's taking up a whole drawer, and he got a lot of new sheets for Christmas, so it would take up 2 drawers in his dresser. So I'm trying not to do that. I figured I would store them here, keep them either on the top or on the bottom of this closet, and if you can hear him in the background, it's because he came upstairs for bath time and he's in and out of his closet right now. So I'm going to store that in here because I think that's the best option, and it'll kind of be out of the way, and when I need to access it, it's quick access in the closet. Alright my friends, so I'm back at it on day 2, and I just want to finish up my son's closet so I can do the bookcase. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired, tough day at work, but this is literally all I have left here is just a few things just to kind of organize in the bins. So this is something for a golf kit for outside, for 3 and up. Since he's very much into doing sports and different things outside, I figured we're going to bring this downstairs. We do have a little plastic bin, a lot of what I store curtains in or different like holiday items and things in the cellar. We have one in the garage that holds all of his toys until we can get a shed. So that's gonna go there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and empty out these bins and just kind of get them organized. There's a lot that I'm gonna move from his room. We're just gonna move it and bring it downstairs if it needs to be stored. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So what I decided to do here is just put all the blankets in one container, and then I put most of his summer stuff in the other. The shoes you see me going to the side there are actually his water shoes. I know they're not going to fit him. His feet grow the quickest out of anything, I swear. So I got to get him new water shoes this year. I know the shorts we tried on him not that long ago, the swim shorts, and those still fit. So basically just the water shoes for this year, and then I'll have to see what else he'll need for like water play in the beach, because we do live on the south coast. For the east coast I should say, but towards the water by the beach, so we're there quite often in the summer if the weather allows, or we're in the pool. So either way, he's definitely going to need the water shoes and all the accessories that go with it. Alright, so this is what the closet looks like when it's completely all finished. As you guys can see, I have all of his clothes already organized and in place. So on the bottom, all I have are the slippers. I completely emptied it. I just feel like there was a lot of stuff kind of everywhere, and it'll build up that way again. In there, in that bin, I reorganized it, I should say. That has all of his summer bathing suits, shorts, all that good stuff stored there. We have 2 backpacks for him, either for daycare or when he gets to elementary school. This was mine as a kid. It's a 3D space projector, so we're going to be doing that at night. Just an extra box to store like cards that he gets for his birthdays, things like that, because I'm sentimental that way. I know a lot of people just toss them out. I mean, he can do what he wants when he's older, right? And then on this side of the closet, I have his sheets, extra comforter, all that good stuff stored there. And these are some extra blankets should he need it. So I feel like the space just seems more simple, more clean, and definitely just better organized. Definitely for us to access and for my son to access, and decluttered. Love it. So now that the closet was finished, I wanted to take a few extra minutes to kind of go through his bookshelf. And what you see me doing, I'll end up creating 2 piles there, but I'm going through and removing the books I know we haven't touched for about a year or so. Sometimes we try picking them out and I can tell he's not into it because he's not paying attention, he's not interested, he's walking around his room, versus the books like the Disney books or the holiday books, some of the books that kind of teach lessons. He'll sit there and he'll pay attention, versus the other ones he's just not into at this point. And you know, it is what it is. I totally get it. Tastes change, obviously, as people get older. So I went through the books that have a little bit more sentimental value. I put off to one side. That will go in his bin down in the cellar for things that I'm saving for him when he's older, and sentimental things for my husband and I that we're keeping. And then there's a decent pile of books that we're going to be donating to our local library. That's a great place where if you have books that you don't want, instead of tossing them or recycling them, I mean, you could always sell them. That's an option, but you could always donate it to a local library, a preschool, daycare, certain schools, as long as they're in great shape. I know they very much appreciate that. All right, so decluttered his bookshelf, cleaned it off camera just because I had a few things going on downstairs, but it's all good. So I kept the books on top that are quick reads for him. Those books I'm going to focus on him learning how to read within the next year or two. We're going to be practicing that, but these are some of his favorites I didn't want to get rid of. These here are more like they teach you stuff like how to say, how to teach a pet dragon to say, I'm sorry, hello, please, thank you. Different lessons and things of that nature. This one is kind of a combination. It's the golden back books there. There's a few different books that are his favorites there as well, just fun stories. This one that's a little poorly organized, but I have to fix the bookend because it's falling apart, so that's something I'm going to do on the off shift, as they say. But this is literally all of his holiday books. So we have Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Easter, you name it, it's probably mixed in there just through the years that I had when I was a kid, and then some obviously that I passed on to Logan and stuff that his received. And then these are all his Disney books and different 5-minute stories that we were gifted at Christmas time and when he was born, different things like that, Dr. Seuss that we read as well. So all of these things we know we'll get good use out of, and it was nice to kind of declutter that. This pile here is all books that we're going to be bringing downstairs for me to store that I'm not giving away. And this pile on the side are all books that, no sentimental value, things that we can find fairly cheap, we're donating them. We're going to donate them to the library in hopes that another family can use them and benefit from them, and I'm pretty happy about that. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I appreciate you all for being here, putting myself on camera real quick, and decluttering and organizing my son's space with me. I'm so happy that his closet was finished and that his bookcase was finished. I wish you all a very happy weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.